Calliope dies in a care home. Part 1. Deathbed. It attacks the vision and reasoning. She wanders the hall quoting bits of the Odyssey like half-believed scripture. Trying and failing to rekindle her memories, her sisters and mother, Mnemosyne, weep. Zeus flings thunderbolts, unable to accept his impotence. As she succumbs to the enticements of death, here, amongst the omnipotent, Thanatos is feared like a leper. He sits handcuffed and chained. Beside him, Midas fingers his hat nervously, trying to hide his ass ears from those gathered. Trails of gold dust brush across his gray hair. The dawn beckons Electrian to crow morning. Calliope continues to fade from the living. Hecate tells the Miri to, shh, their jibber-jabber. Outside in the rain with the pigs and goats, Jason and Bellerophon, two fallen heroes, stand. The rain descends and drenches them in sorrow. Pandora enters with her box of tricks but is quickly barred lest it all be unleashed upon dispirited immortals who hang on to hope like they hang on to life. Epimetheus, a dutiful, henpecked cuckold, suffers a fate far worse than old Prometheus. He must sit beside his wife Pandora. Polyhymnia seems shocked and stunned that the Maenads would offer up hedonistic prayers to whoever can restore life to fair Calliope. Orpheus, weeping over his lyre, mutters, "This is too much to bear. First my wife, now my mother. All my joys are taken from me." Talia is ever ready with a smile for others. But her mask slips, her belly laugh seems hollow. Her anguish is revealed as her tears fall. Poseidon, like a claustrophobic, eyes the toilet bowl with a longing for the sea. Apollo stands next to almighty Zeus. Old grudges are temporarily forgotten. Only the harpies eat the food offered, perhaps appreciating the irony that this was already foretold by Cassandra. Admetus, like an addict looking for his next fix, on bended knee, contract in hand, tries to use Calliope's delirium to steal from her the embers of life for his own rejuvenation. And Alcestis, preferring death as the greater reality to a marriage to accursed Admetus, sleeps on a lounger. Apollo may be a god, but he is forever unlucky in love. With Coronis it seemed his love was like his father's, bitter, vengeful, selfish, lovelorn and dangerous to mortals. Occasionally imprisoned for divine misdemeanors, Apollo has been exiled, sent down to assist mortals, though not always in ways that benefit them. Though complicit in Orestes' matricide and other deaths, like a cult leader, Apollo still retains the devotion of those who follow him. The Apollo that requests his siblings to dispense death for his mangled heart has become a caricature of himself here, the unrequited lover, the perpetuator of plagues and vicarious sins, a cameo performance in the lives of others, and forever cast in the winds of our imagination. In this overcrowded room with gods and nymphs damming up the corridor with tears, Arachne unnoticed toils in her web spelling out the words, "Calliope is dying." Drunken Ares, the old warhorse, staggers as he boasts of victories. With the guile of a gambler, he suffers selective amnesia when asked about the wars he lost. In the cupboard between the coat hangers, Sibyl and Tithonus continue to epitomize the enduring folly of mortals who desire nothing but immortality. Erato, in her grief, can't look at her sister, Calliope. She sits staring at the stars and wishes love really was enough. Urania puts an arm around Erato, offering comfort though her lungs are crippled by a slow, asphyxiating grief. All those gathered here are breathless in the vacuum of grief. Perseus stands with the veiled head of Medusa in his hand and as cleaner averts their gaze, fearing the worst. Peleus, with dual tears for Calliope and his fallen son, Achilles, is like all gathered here in grief. They fail to notice the fates have planned their fall and that of Mount Olympus, too. All the maps of the known world have turned to ashes, and the atlas of the mind, once carved in stone, is now dust, scattering forever their rivalries in mortal minds. Meanwhile, Eris bites into the apple of discord and smiles. A Lapith and Centaur, two belligerent foes from bitter warring tribes, stare at each other. With their sculptured swords unsheathed, they stand ready to stab and slash at the slightest provocation. Even now, at a time of death, Momus, the divine complainer, cannot help himself. He looks under the toilet rim to reveal any grime and catches a faint whiff of Ajax. Its powdery cleaning power puts E. coli to the sword. Still, he runs his finger across the top of a chest of drawers, praying for faults to distract himself from his grief, and Melpomene, already knowing so much tragedy, swallows even more amphetamines just to get through this. Heracles sits cross-legged but is bursting with wandering eyes. He glances at his gold Rolex, unable to escape the prison of time, and remembers hot memories of past glories fading now. He combs his warrior mane that's thinning slightly with old age. And reflects for a moment on the monsters he has slain. Journeys he has undergone and victories he has won. Feverish, he seems to be searching for forgiveness in the wind from those like Abderus and Megara that appear to him as shades. Faithful still, they haunt him with the mild accusations of love. Though standing still now, he continues to be seasoned and outdone, approaching his own winter of the body. Outside, veiling themselves in anonymity, Tereus, Sisyphus and Creon lurk in the shadows. Calliope, her mind swamped, drowned in delirium, and close to death, rolls out names of rogues, villains and victims. Tales of incest and rape, unwitting cannibalism and family curses dooming descendants from beyond the grave, beyond time. Suddenly Calliope shakes and slumps in Clio's arms. Orpheus buries his head in her lifeless body. His prayers fall like echoes in her dead ears. And they turn to leave him to his private tears.